You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. It is 0 dark 30, blasting out of the bunker, heading out into the world, folks. Light. Now, I've been kind of holding off on this. I haven't wanted to say the words because it just sounds like a bunch of rhetoric and hyperbole and bullshit, right? To make this claim and be outrageous. Now, of course, I'm starting this video out this way after doing last night's conspiracy theory on second shooters. Who knows? I could be right. Well, how about this one? Obama is vice president under Kamala Harris. Well, the 22nd Amendment of the United States Constitution says no person or no man shall be elected president more than twice, something like that. Well, if Obama were to run, he would run as the vice president. Vice president. So there's no prohibition against that. And so Kamala could be elected the president, and Obama would be running it, of course. But Kamala could even resign, quit, have a health issue, catch COVID like, Joe Biden has. And the world still has not seen Joe Biden. They're saying that he's really locked down now with really severe COVID. I'm thinking there is a 25th Amendment issue right here, right now, if he's not dead. But back to the living. Back to the living. We've got little old Kamala there as the presidential candidate. And all the morons out there just rip-roaring excited about it. She is one of the worst speakers of all time. She will be shredded with her own words, or rather, her word salad, as she tends to serve people and substitute for intelligent thought. But that is the Democrat Party. So how, folks, they truly are afraid of losing the Senate. They only have a 1-vote majority in the Senate. The Republicans need only maintain their seats and grab a few more. And if they grab enough, it'll be a strong enough anti-rhino constituency, not constituency, but rather representative body, the Senate. So here we are, absolutely in a state of national turmoil. It could be a lot worse, though, folks. Could be a lot worse. It could have been a world without President Trump running. At this point, at this stage of the game, that would be detrimental because there is no substitute. There's not a long line of nationalist Republican candidates who are, right, shall we say, insulated and protected against being controlled. Absolutely controlled by, well, people with control files. It's a strong indictment against the corruption in the system. Now, Obama is vice president. He could make all the policy decisions. He could be operating out of the White House. And if anything were to happen to Kamala, president, if she were elected with this ticket, right, he could step in as president again. Now, by Republicans, it would be viewed as a filthy, dirty, loathsome trick and evidence that Obama has been running Joe Biden and running the deep state as their lead coordinator and major strategist, pushing for his fundamentally changing America program that suits the globalists who want a a neo-feudal system for the people, a lower population, right? Us eating bugs, owning nothing, essentially the worst forms of feudal communism that you can ever imagine. Is that possible? Think about it. Now, the bit of evidence that popped out that convinced me it's time to discuss this potential as time draws nearer is Eric Holder, former Attorney General. No, yes, former Attorney General Eric Holder for the Obama regime is vetting vice presidential candidates for Kamala Harris. Wouldn't he have zero qualms about putting Obama into that position, nominating him to see what the public thinks? The potential is real. Yes, on the Republican side, it would create a massive backlash because of the distaste and dislike for Obama. And I don't think there is outright hatred for him, even though there ought to be, considering what he has done to this nation. He is a traitor beyond compare. I think he makes Benedict Arnold appear to be just a fellow looking out for his family. Because Obama's done far more than that. He owns 3 mansions. He's done well for his family, if you could call it that. He got a brother in Kenya. That's about it for his family. Yeah, he's an American, all right. Oh, I tell you, folks, it is crazy ass times. Kamala Harris, child of a white Jamaican and Hindu woman, the media pretending she's black. They would just love to try and get the black vote. They've been losing because nobody buys that lie. And Trump has demonstrated that he cares about all Americans, not just special groups, protected classes. But with Eric Holder, and remember who he was. He is no stranger to malfeasance of office. He is no stranger to controversy. He is no stranger to doing things illegally, like the Fast and Furious program. Operation Fast and Furious was the U.S. government, through his office, selling firearms, rifles, automatic weapons, and putting them in the hands of drug cartels in Mexico to create chaos. And then blame America so they could remove firearms, try and get rid of the Second Amendment. That was their plan, Fast and Furious. Well, it failed miserably, resulted in the death of Border Patrol agents with these same weapons that Eric Holder sold. Why he wasn't indicted is beyond me. He should have been indicted for his crimes. But instead, he's picking vice presidential candidates and lining them up for selection by the DNC, Democratic National Committee, right? The party. You may as well put a swastika on it, folks. It is not a pretty pig. And I don't say that lightly, right? They want to throw the word Nazi at Trump, I'll throw it back at them. It's not a pretty world anymore. There is no compromise because we've already been compromised. Now it is 100% defense mode. Do you feel the same way? Do you see the potential for Obama stepping in as vice president to give the ticket some weight, to try and stop the bleeding in the polls, and to try and salvage their majority in the Senate, and to keep the House from getting out of control as far as Republicans demanding an America First policy up and down the line, which is what we deserve. It is our country. It is our country. Chance favors the prepared mind. Obama for vice president, huh? What do you guys think?